Welcome. It's Bella, and we're going to do another celebration today with the Autumn Equinox. And today is a time of joy for this celebration, and it's sort of like another Thanksgiving theme like I did for Ganesh, the other last video I had. And we're going to celebrate the god Mabon. And Mabon is a Welsh god, and he's sort of like the great son of the great mother. He's the son of light, the lunar, the soul, or the sun. And the son of light is celebrated, and Madron is his mother, and she is a guardian of the outer world, a healer, a protector, celebrating the strength of Mother Earth. And at this time, it's a time to give thanks for protection, prosperity, security, and for us to have our self-confidence to continue forward. I'm celebrating this ritual around balance and harmony, okay? So let us introspect, let us feel good. It's a time to gaze into the bright future. It's a time for rich in magic also. So let us celebrate. And I have kind of decorated my altar with some corn, and I've saged my altar before. And I have a little cinnamon candle, lighting a new one. And I did bring out from Stephen Farmer's deck sort of like the theme for the Autumn Equinox, which is here release. And one of the totem animals is the eagle, and I brought this out in, I think, a couple of readings ago, so I wanted to charge that up. I did bring a gnome out from the Fairies Oracle, and I hope to, maybe if I have time, to pick one card from that deck, but it's always kind of lengthy with this Fairy Oracle, so, but he's here representing. So I say, let's see what happens today. And my first deck I'm going to work with is the Guide to the Fairy Ring from Anna Franklin. Okay. And then the next deck I'm going to choose is the Wild Wisdom from Lucy Cavendish. And I will end with the Gaia deck to represent, obviously, Mother Earth. And I do have some bonus cards if we have time. Okay, so I'm going to, let's start this reading. First deck from the Fairy Ring Guide. We will select one card. I hope everyone is feeling good today to celebrate this Autumn Equinox. And look what we pull out first. The unicorn! And I'm sorry I write on my card, so disregard these numbers and things, but I'd say this is energy positive. Very nice here. We've got the unicorn. And okay, and this is a spring card. You can see by the green of the border, it's the spring. So let's read about the unicorn. All right, and that's number 5. Okay. So, no, is it number? Yeah, number 5 in the spring. Okay, let's see. Okay. Where the unicorn treads, a great blessing follows. He brings gentle healing from the other world. He is the harbinger of hope, relief from anxieties, spiritual inspiration, and true joy. Well, that's magnificence. Don't you think so, my sweethearts? That's sort of kind of what we've been hoping for today, to bring that joy in. I mentioned it's a time of joy. And so, and let's gaze into that bright future that we want to celebrate with. So let's see what the next card brings us. So far, the opening card is the Excellente, I would say, for the energies of this Autumn Equinox. And here we have the golden gift. And I know this card is full of a lot of energy. Magical help is on its way. And that's so fabulous because I totally believe this is a time rich in magic. So let's see what this lovely goddess has to tell us from Lucy Cavendish. Fabo. Okay, number 24. Oh, I love it when this happens. Look at that. Didn't have to look it up. It just kind of opened itself up. Alrighty, now I don't want to read everything here because it's kind of lengthy, but I will read the divinatory meaning of the golden gift. Magical help is on its way. A fairy healing is coming, lifting and dissolving depression, bringing sensual bliss, calming your frustration and any anger you may have felt towards others who you feel have hurt you. Your emotions are stabilizing and running fresh and pure again. Stagnation is leaving, and you will now receive clear fairy communications about healing modalities which will work with your energy. Wear gold, which will amplify the message of this gentle healing card. Know that while the dear queen is gentle, her power is enormous and her touch is transformation itself. Shape-shifting, empathy with gentle forms of nature, feminine power, return of sexual feelings of sensuality. Well, I think that's wonderful, and I'm just going to show you. I'm wearing my gold. Can you see? My little gold dolphin. I love. So I brought my ocean power, if you can say. Wonderful. Oh my goodness, I love when it's happy, people. You see how happy I get just by doing this kind of stuff. Okay, we're going to read from the Gaia deck. And let's see what Mr. Toni has to say to us today in his beautiful cards. The Gaia Oracle. Oh, too much celebrating, which is fabulous. We got to stay happy, people. We can't be living in the dark and the light. And actually, you know, the Mabon, well, we'll close with a little afterthought. But, you know, this autumn equinox is about between the balance of light and dark, because now we're going into the winter months in our hemisphere. So, healing, reconnecting with your true nature. Lovely. And that's what we want to do. We want to find our magic. We want to tap that. Okay, we want to make sure we bring harmony and balance to ourselves. So let us read. And this card is number 33. Look at that. That is totally a power number. And look at that beautiful heart in the center of a tree. And it's got spirals here. And she's hugging on that tree. She's like me, a tree hugger. Wonderful. Okay, let's set her here against the gnome, on top of the gnome, number 33 from the Gaia deck. Okay, healing. Reconnecting with your true nature. The lady featured on this card has journeyed far and wide, searching for happiness, which she has failed to find. Confused and tired, she surrenders and retreats to her inner sanctuary, a space of light inside her heart where she discovers a deep sense of peace. She rediscovers and reconnects to her true nature by letting go of all that is superficial in her life. She reflects on her past and is now able to see what is true and what is false, what is real and what is illusion. In the stillness of her heart, she hears a whisper, a message of love. Her heart is grateful for her return. Over the past months, you have inadvertently steered off course, gradually losing sight of what is truly important and without realizing it, losing touch with the real you. It is time for you to reconnect and rediscover your true essence and your inner child. That is so important, people. The innocence of our inner child will take us to a higher victory, no doubt about it. You know, just go with the flow. Don't get too involved with your ego. Just Just play, have fun. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, to continue, stop searching externally. Look within and you will rediscover the magic. Alrighty, well, healing is on board here with this deck. And let me see what time it is right now. I got a little, oh, where did my stopwatch go? Oh, I can read some more. Fabulous. Well, let's take Mr. Farmer here. And, well, hold on. If we have enough time, let me take the fairies out, okay? The fairy oracles. Let's do them. Because that way, we can see what they have to say. Since we have the gnome, let's bring the gnome out now. And I won't read him, but let's put him back in the deck. How about that? In case he wants to pop back out, okay? So we have some earth magic going on here. And this is so wonderful. Oh, this prosperity ritual. Let's go into introspection. So if anything's been, you know, affecting us, we've had all this energy coming and we're heading to this big shift for the December 21, 12 date. And so we need to get in the grip here, people, because if you think the energy of the past has been a lot, wait till we shift in December. The Fae Lion. I'm not too familiar with him, but let's read about him. The Fae Lion. Okay, we'll set him right here, and we'll take him from this book. And I do love this book. There's some readers here that read about him, so, but this is, to me, here I even wrote in this book in 1/24/2005, hello, I am so happy. Write with creativity, compassion, incorporate humor, produce laughable results. Ha ha! And you know, people, I laugh at myself all the time. I think it's fabulous, but this book is pretty, like, intense. And if I am correct, Brian Fraud, I think he created the Star Wars character, oh, I better not say that just in case, but I think they did. Well, I'll have to look that up and write on it. But okay, so we're reading number 65. Oh, I'm so excited. I can't even keep my mind on track here. Yes, I'm going to have a celebration this weekend. I have friends visiting, so all positive, very positive. Okay, here we have the Fae Lion. And I'm not going to read it all, but here, if you can see, on March 7, 2005, the Gnome King speaks to me. And right, we Mary Magdalene, goddess energy. Oh, Lord, too much stuff. But anyway, I don't know, it's spelled F-E-E, so let's call it Fee. The Fee Lion looks out of his card accusingly, reminding us of things undone, promises unkept, and duties unfulfilled. He says that we can't expect to have things go right when we are trailing so much unfinished business behind us. Dragging that stuff around tires us. It uses up energy that we need for other things. If we would just take care of these things that cause us so much mental and sometimes physical clutter, we would suddenly find that we have a lot more energy at our disposal to do the things that we really want to do, and probably much more cooperation from others as well. He especially suggests that we take care of the little things that matter to us. We will feel so much better when we do that, and so will he. All right, my dears. Well, you know, it's time to, you know, again, we're going into this autumn now, so whatever you didn't clean up from clutter in your home or mentally in your mind, it's time to release. Okay, we're going to release today, and we've got some good energies. I believe the moon cycle today is in a Sagittarius firepower, so take that energy and envelop it, okay? And I would like to close with the Stephen Farmer deck. One last card from his deck. And I just got this deck last month, but I do like it very much. It's very sweet. Okay, last card for this Autumn Equinox. Wake Up Call, Tsunami. Woo! I've never seen this card yet, so But we've got the ocean and a full moon. So let us read what the wake-up call has to say. Okay. And, got my grapes here. Well, as we said, we have release, and the eagle totem is here, that we're having a communion for this gathering. But let's read about the wake-up call. Tsunami. Okay. Tsunami, wake-up call. One of the scariest and more destructive of natural phenomena, along with volcanoes, earthquakes, hurricanes, and tornadoes. A tsunami occurs when a large volume of water is suddenly and rapidly displaced. It's triggered by an undersea disturbance, typically an earthquake or volcanic eruption that causes a series of powerful waves to travel across the ocean and speeds up to 500 miles per hour. Yet on the open ocean, the height of these waves seems so small that they generally pass unnoticed. As these waves, collectively called a tsunami, get closer to the shoreline, their height increases enormously, even as their speed slows to 50 miles per hour. The distance between the waves or the trough can be considerable, taking 20 to 30 minutes from wave to wave. If the trough hits the land first, the water recedes rapidly and dramatically, followed within minutes by an enormous wave that initially comes as a surge. This receding is a clear sign of an impending tsunami. We can't outrun the wave that follows, but we can avoid being swept up in the destruction by moving to higher ground. And the next message is, you are getting a wake-up call. It may be in the form of a significant loss or other dramatic event in your life, typically one that you were not prepared for initially. You may feel stunned at first, surprised by the unexpected events that are occurring, yet you also know that it is a time to draw back the curtain of avoidance and denial and confront the truth that exists in the subtext of this event. You are experiencing a real-life drama, so there is no need to amplify it more than it already is. Often when you look back after something like this has passed, you can recall signs that foreshadowed it happening. There may have been obvious clues that you ignored or omens that were so subtle they were easy to dismiss as imagings of the mind rather than voice of your instinct. There are many anecdotes about animals operating purely on instinct, picking up on clues and naturally seeking higher ground before an approaching tsunami reaches the land. To negotiate this wake-up call, listen closely to your instincts, while at the same time seeking the higher ground of spiritual truth. All right, my friends, well, that's what we're here to do. Get to that higher ground, that higher realm. We want to try to avoid the negativity in our lives, and pretty much we kind of bring that towards us with the people who we hang out with, okay? And so I know in my own spiritual journey, not many people kind of embrace what I was into or about, and I stayed underground. But we don't have to do that. Now is the time, especially with this awakening of ascension. It's time to go higher ground, higher realm, higher power, and believe in yourself. Don't let anybody tell you what you can't do, and especially when it's about love, light, peace. Okay, at these times, I will bring it in. These governments are not about higher power, higher love, or anything. They've got us trapped. It's like it's like a tsunami. So now we're going to go to the higher place for ourselves. So gain in your spirituality. Keep shining in the light. And remember, Mabon is, again, about the dark and the light, equal parts as the time of Mabon Fire and Earth together. So let's bring balance. Let's bring harmony, security. And these blessings shall be ours. We embrace Mother Earth, Gaia, It is time for us to find that peace, eat better, eat organic, drink plenty of clean water, meditate so that the channeling can come, the messages, if anything. And if not, you just take that time for peace within. Okay? So, alrighty, we've got the unicorn and the beautiful golden gift. Magical help is on his way. He gave us a little wisdom, and the tsunami gave us the wake-up call. Wonderful. Well, I hope everyone has a beautiful celebration of themselves. And remember, if you wish to understand the universe, okay, think energy, frequency, and vibration. It's all about that vibration. We want to get to that higher place, okay? Not within the ego, but within the heart. Our heart. That organ which is, it speaks better than the mind when you believe. All right, my dears, have a fabulous autumn equinox. And remember, these energies are present now, so consider what your next steps are. And I'll see you soon. And take care. God bless everyone. Have a magical day. Ciao.